Welcome aboard the Boat Buyer's Secret Weapon podcast, where we're dedicated to helping first-time and experienced boaters find the right boat at the best price and ensure all boaters have years and years of happy boating fun because life truly is better on a boat. Today's podcast is sponsored by the First Time Boat Buyers Academy, so you can find the perfect boat at the lowest possible price and buy with 100% confidence. For a short video, visit boatbuyerssecretweapon.com/academy. I reference some graphs and charts in this podcast. You can visit the Boat Buyer's Secret Weapon YouTube channel to view all of those resources. Now, let's hop aboard and have some fun. Welcome to Boat Buyer's Secret Weapon. I'm your host, Captain Matt, and today we're talking used boat shopping and Car Fax for boats. The answer is yes, there is actually a Car Fax for boats. There's several of them. Back in 2018, I believe it was, the National Insurance Crime Bureau were pushing for some legislation to get the serial numbers customized and recorded if there was any major insurance salvage theft type issues. So the NICB, along with one of the vendors in the industry, kind of pushed for some legislation that ended up getting passed in May of 2019. You can see this article from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Car Fax for boat law will alert buyers to vessels' shady past. So you've got things like, has the boat been stolen? Has there been a salvage or an insurance claim? Warranty issues. Those are the types of things that they've created a national database along with the National Safe Boating. There's another organization that's involved in it as well if you want to check out that article. And there's several vendors that actually provide these services. Like Car Fax is kind of the main player. You've got Boat History Report, Boat Dash Alert, Boat Background. There's another one that reached out to me and he wanted to do some type of a revenue share where he would give me the revenue from their programs, a portion of it, if I was to promote his business. So after asking some questions, what I found was that they're not all created equal. I've had Caroline Mantell, who is a vice president at Boat History Report. She's participated in our U.S. Boat Expo, shared a lot of great information about the research they've done, and they're really, in my opinion, the most thorough, the most accurate, the most detailed in this space. So in our conversation, she talked a lot about how they get their information, the databases that they go into, the U.S. Coast Guard, the state DMV, the DNR. There's some insurance databases where salvage type claims are issued. Some law enforcement databases, so they're getting the information from all of the sources that are available. A report for them looks something like this, and they all provide similar information. It's just a matter of how many databases do they have access to, and how often then do they update their databases? Is it a continuous feed where they can just hit it and pull out the information? Or is it a batch feed where once a month, every 3 months, they bring that information in and then pull it so that information can be dated? And Boat History Report, the way I understand it is they're going to those databases in real time and grabbing it. So they're getting information about, hey, are there accidents, damage, Coast Guard documentation, any accident details if there are any details, a damage check. They'll check the U.S. Coast Guard documentation data and the state data. Now, if it's a larger boat, usually over 35 to 40 feet, it's going to require Coast Guard documentation. If it's under that, just a normal 26-foot bow rider or pontoon or center console, where they're not worried about it going into international waters or going overseas and kind of getting disappeared, it's probably going to be registered during in the state, and they've got access to the state data information as well. Talk about it a little bit in the First Time Boat Buyers Academy, but this is all about once you found the right boat. So you've gone through the inspection process, you've gone through the thinking of what's the 80% that we're going to buy that we talk about in the Boat Buyers Academy, the First Time Boat Buyers Academy. And now you're looking at a very specific boat. Do I want to write a check for this boat? And what you can do is you can put either the state registration number in or the hull identification number, the HIN number, which is on the back port side, or no, I'm sorry, starboard side, the right side. It's going to be either stamped into the fiberglass, there's going to be a little plate there. Somewhere on that back starboard corner, that back right corner, you'll find it. And for Boat History Report, it's $40 for a single report, $55 for 5 reports. So I'm going to recommend if you do this, and I think it's money well spent just to reduce one more risk, because there are instances where people are trying to sell salvage boats, they're trying to sell a boat that's been stolen. There's something that you'll find in that report that'll be a big enough red flag to walk away. We talk about some of those things in the First Time Boat Buyers Academy, is what would cause you to be a red flag in a report like this. And I think for $55, it's a good investment to make sure that you reduce the risk even more. Now, I will say they're not perfect. If a accident just happened and it hasn't been reported into those databases, which can take some time, then it's not going to be there. If it's it's not reported to a database at all, it may not be there. But for the small amount, when you're talking about a $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 boat on the used side, I think it's a great option. If you're buying from a dealer, they very well may have it for that boat, and if they don't, you can ask, and you might be able to get one for free. So I think it's a good option there right now. This is the first time I've seen this. They've got a 1-year U.S. boat U.S. membership. So that's like $100 value right there, which has free towing and a bunch of other benefits that come with that Boat US membership. So something you may want to check out. I think it's a good investment. Let's pull up the anchor and run this podcast back to the docks. We'll be back again with another helpful and fun episode next time. If you'd like to be a guest on the podcast, visit boatbuyerssecretweapon.com/guest, and I'll help offer insights into your boat research and shopping experience. Also, we'd appreciate it if you took just 2 minutes to rate and review this podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. It helps others find us so we can help more boaters. By the way, if you want to ensure you find the perfect boat at the lowest possible price so you can buy with 100% confidence, visit boatbuyerssecretweapon.com/academy for a short video and all the details. Now, before we go, I want to leave you with a few first-time boating tips for when you own your new boat. Number 1, know your local boating laws, basic navigation rules, and how to operate your boat safely. It'll make boating even more fun for everyone. 2, be aware of your wake at all times and pay attention to no wake zones, because you are responsible for your wake. When maneuvering at slow speeds, you can put out an enormous wake. If going slow, be courteous, save some fuel, and drop down to idle speed, just in forward gear, to ensure there is no wake. This could save you an expensive ticket and will keep you from being that guy on your waterway. Number 3, boats do not have headlights. They have docking lights, specifically made for seeing in tight quarters and docking. Do not turn your docking lights on while cruising down the water. It can blind other boaters and is very dangerous, and again, could save you an expensive ticket. Number 4, follow the maintenance schedule for your boat. Change the oil, impeller, gear lube, winterize if you need to winterize in your area. Inspect your trailer tires, bearings, and grease the hubs if you're a trailer boater to ensure you don't experience expensive and unnecessary repairs that will impact your boating time. Number 5, always double check your plug is in.
your battery is charged, and the fuel is full before heading out for a day on the water. It could just save your boating day. And if you're a trailer boater, I've got a few extra tips. Number one, at the boat ramp, prepare your boat, your gear, and your guests in the staging area. Then, when you're ready, back down the ramp, unload the boat, head to the parking lot, and right back down to your boat to be fast and courteous to your fellow boaters, and don't tie up that ramp unnecessarily. Next, use transom tie-down straps when trailing your boat. Very bad things can happen if you don't, and they do happen. 3, check everything in the boat is secure before heading down the road. Seat cushions, gear, keys, towels, even tubes and lily pads can get blown out when pulling your boat down the highway or interstate. And most important, have fun. Enjoy your boat and get on the water as much as possible, because life truly is better on a boat. Until next time, this is your friend in boating, Captain Matt.